What's up, Zero here, and I'm back with another video. And in this video I'm going to teach you guys how to make a randomizer while also teaching you advanced tips on music sequencers. As much as I know you guys want to see the randomizer part, stick around for the advanced tips because it's going to help you a lot when you create your random storms map. First quick tip is going to be on visibility. If you're having any trouble seeing your storm along the ground of your map, all you have to do is put your base level of your map a level above your music sequencers, and it'll be a lot easier to see along the ground like this. This is the reason why I make my maps capped at a height. It's because the higher your storm, the less visible it is. Here it is at 100, and as you can see, it's almost invisible. If you want to be able to see your storm that's at max height easier, you can use a barrier. Basically it's a wall, but instead you can just customize it to look different and have different width, depth, or height. Also, it does not allow people to connect to it, so that's also a way to stop people from camping the walls, connecting to the height. And the way to make it easier to see your storm against, just go to the top setting and just keep on scrolling and you should find the color black. This is really easy to see the storm against, and I recommend this one the most. Here's a quick example of that. As I'm sure you can see, that blue is very easy to see, but if you erase that barrier, it's a lot harder to see, especially with the Arctic background. If you're making an advanced storm map and you want to use other music sequencers to activate other music sequencers from a far distance, there's a way to make it instant no matter the length. As you can see, I put two music sequencers separate from each other, and the one I'm right next to, I put to the length of how far away the other one is, and I just changed the direction to reverse. And what this does, as you can see, it starts it immediately, no matter how far away it is. There's also another way to do this. This is what I did in my first video that got a lot of people confused, and it's called the width switch. That's what I call it. And it's when I turn the width to all the way to 100 and the length to normal. And what this does is it also is immediate, but you can also use two sides at once to make something immediate. And here's an example of that right now. As you can see, it works immediately. And yeah. The last quick tip before we get to the randomizer is just for future notice that a music sequencer can activate another music sequencer if it's only just one layer above. So if you're gonna make a complex storm map, just know this, and it's gonna be a bit frustrating. So if you want two switches to not activate each other but go the same path, make sure that you separate them by 2 levels. Otherwise, it's just going to be really annoying and you're just going to have some trouble with that. So there you go. I'm not making a tutorial for the whole Simon Says map, just a randomizer that picks a random music sequencer, because otherwise it'd be really too confusing. What you guys want to do is make a little plus sign. And make sure that the storms are facing out the direction of the plus. Do this on each and every side. Once you're done with that, you're going to want to go to devices and get the pinball flipper and the pinball bumper and throw them down. Copy the pinball bumper and put it right in the middle of the music sequencers. Then you're going to copy the pinball flipper and put on grid snap to 16 and put it to the side but inside the pinball bumper like this, and repeat it on all 4 sides. Then fly up and make sure it's as symmetrical as possible. Then you're going to want to put 4 walls around and put archways on each side of the walls. Then after that, put 2 layers of walls right on top of those. Put a floor on one side, a floor and a stair on the other side. Select yourself in devices, some ice, and put it on the stair, and put a wall right above that. And then put a wall on the other side with the floor, and select a bouncer and put it on the wall. Then bridge up on that side with a stair to however high up you want your map to be. Go into devices and select a shopping cart. Do not put a trap on the side of the wall, and the reason for it is because you do not want automatic, because it will also start a game while in the pre-game, and this will scuff the whole system. Same thing goes for chiller. Put a chiller down on a wall, but not on the same level as a shopping cart, just a bit below. In this clip, you're going to be seeing me build the arena. This is just for show. You do not probably want your match looking like this because this is pretty ugly with the wood. But you're going to make your floor on the base level as that shopping cart, and then put a fence right in front of that ramp so you can shoot through it and be able to activate the shopping cart behind it. Here it is in motion. Just so you know, this map is just to show you guys how it works. I shoot it. The shopping cart goes down, hits the chiller, hits the bouncer, hits the wall ahead, hits the ice, bounces into there, and it hits a couple of the pinball flippers and activates a music sequencer. Sometimes it won't hit any of them. Sometimes it will hit 2. There are a couple scuffs of it, but this is the best one that seems to work. You feel free to do your own design. Feel free to edit this design. If it feels like it's leaning to one side more than the other, feel free to disturb it with something else. It's up to you guys. And all you have to do really next is just make those other music sequencers on the side activate a different storm, so there's a different end game for each time. I'm not going to be telling you guys really how to do that because it's a bit too complicated, and I want to see you guys do something different. You can do something as simple as make these music sequencers activate just only one side of the storm, just to push people to one side. Or you can even go even more complicated and use the tips I did in this video, or some tips I don't even know about. Feel free to DM me your creations on my Instagram at ZeroYaHero. I'd like to see them. I'd like to maybe even play them. If you guys want any more updates, please tell me. I'm going to be having a new Simon Says map V2 with terrain. But anyways guys, so stay tuned for more uploads. Subscribe, and don't forget to use code ZeroYaHero. Peace.